Hello, my friends. Today, I want to talk to you about a topic that I believe is crucial for anyone who wants to achieve success in life. We all have goals and dreams that we want to accomplish, but sometimes it can feel like we are constantly falling short. In today's message, I want to address the 5 reasons why you may not be achieving your goals, and more importantly, how to fix it. I know the feeling of frustration and disappointment when things don't go as planned. I've been there myself, and I've seen countless others struggle with the same issue. But the good news is, you are not alone. Many people face this challenge, and by listening to this message, you can turn things around and start making progress towards your goals. So, if you're someone who is tired of feeling stuck and ready to take control of your life, then this video is for you. I'm going to share with you some powerful insights and strategies that will help you overcome the obstacles that are holding you back from achieving your goals. Get ready to take notes because by the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of what's been holding you back and how to fix it. So, let's dive in and discover the 5 reasons why you're not achieving your goals and how to fix it. Number 5 is the lack of clarity. We all have dreams and aspirations, don't we? We set goals for ourselves, we make plans, and we work hard towards achieving them. But how many of us actually reach our goals? How many of us can confidently say that we are living the life we always wanted? Unfortunately, the answer is not many, and the reason for this is simple. Lack of clarity. You see, clarity is the foundation of success. Without it, we are like ships without a compass, drifting aimlessly in the vast ocean of life. We may have a general idea of where we want to go, but without a clear destination in mind, we are bound to get lost along the way. And that is exactly what happens to most people. They have a vague idea of what they want, but they lack the clarity to turn that idea into a definite goal. So, what exactly do I mean by lack of clarity? Let me give you an example. Imagine you want to build a house. You have the land, the resources, and the manpower, but you don't have a blueprint or a clear plan of how the house should look like. You just start building without any direction or purpose. What do you think the end result will be? A chaotic, haphazard structure that is neither functional nor aesthetically pleasing. The same goes for our goals. Without a clear plan and a specific vision, we are bound to end up with a life that is far from what we truly desire. Now, you may be thinking, but Jim, I know what I want. I want to be successful, I want to be happy, I want to be financially stable. And that's great, but it's not enough. You need to be more specific. What does success mean to you? What does happiness look like for you? How much money do you want to have? You see, the more specific you are, the clearer your vision becomes, and the easier it is for you to create a plan to achieve it. But why do we struggle with clarity? Why is it so difficult for us to be specific about our goals? There are a few reasons for this. First, we are afraid to dream big. We limit ourselves and our potential by setting small, safe goals. We are afraid to fail, so we don't allow ourselves to dream beyond our comfort zone. But let me tell you, the biggest regrets in life are not the things we did, but the things we didn't do. So don't be afraid to dream big. Allow yourself to imagine a life that is beyond your wildest dreams. Secondly, we often lack clarity because we don't know ourselves well enough. We are so caught up in the hustle and bustle of life that we forget to take a step back and reflect on who we are, what we truly want, and what our strengths and weaknesses are. We are so busy trying to please others and fit into societal norms that we lose sight of our own desires and passions. But the truth is, you cannot achieve clarity without self-awareness. Take the time to get to know yourself, your values, and your purpose. Only then can you create goals that align with your true self. Lastly, we lack clarity because we don't take the time to plan. We live in a fast-paced world where everything is instant. We want quick results, and we want them now. But success doesn't work that way. It requires patience, persistence, and a well-thought-out plan. You cannot expect to achieve your goals without putting in the time and effort to plan for them. As the saying goes, failing to plan is planning to fail. So, what can we do to fix this lack of clarity? The first step is to dream big. Allow yourself to imagine a life that is beyond your current reality. Don't limit yourself by what you think is possible. Dream without boundaries, and then work backwards to create a plan to turn that dream into a reality. Next, get to know yourself. Spend time reflecting on who you are, what you want, and what you are truly capable of. Identify your strengths and weaknesses, and use them to your advantage. Understand your values and your purpose, and let them guide you towards your goals. And lastly, take the time to plan. Set SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Break them down into smaller, actionable steps, and create a timeline to achieve them. And most importantly, be flexible. Life is unpredictable, and your goals may change along the way. Don't be afraid to adapt and adjust your plan accordingly. Now to number 4. I have spent my life studying and teaching the principles of success, and one of the most common reasons why people fail to achieve their goals is because of a lack of commitment. Commitment, my friends, is the foundation of success. It is the unwavering dedication and determination to see things through, no matter what challenges may come our way. Without commitment, our dreams and goals will remain just that, dreams and goals, never to be realized. So why is it that so many of us struggle with commitment? Why do we find it so difficult to stick to our goals and see them through to the end? Well, the first reason is that we often set goals that are not truly our own. We are influenced by external factors such as societal expectations, family pressure, or peer pressure, and we end up setting goals that are not aligned with our true passions and desires. For example, you may have set a goal to become a doctor because your parents wanted you to. But deep down, your true passion lies in music. And so, when the going gets tough in your medical studies, you lack the commitment to push through because your heart is not in it. This is why it is crucial to set goals that are truly your own, that align with your passions and values. The second reason for a lack of commitment is fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. We often let our fears hold us back from fully committing to our goals. We are afraid of what others might think if we fail, or we are afraid of the sacrifices we may have to make to achieve our goals. But let me tell you this, my friends. Fear is just a temporary emotion. It is not a permanent state of being. And the only way to overcome fear is to face it head on. Embrace your fears, use them as fuel to propel you towards your goals, and remember, failure is not the opposite of success, but rather a stepping stone towards it. The third reason for a lack of commitment is a lack of clarity. Many of us set vague and ambiguous goals, and as a result, we lack the commitment to see them through. For example, you may have set a goal to lose weight or save money, but these goals are not specific enough. How much weight do you want to lose? By when? How much money do you want to save? For what purpose? Without a clear and specific goal, it is challenging to stay committed because we don't have a clear direction or purpose. So my friends, I urge you to set SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This will give you a clear roadmap towards your goals, and you will be more committed to seeing them through. Now let me share with you some practical tips on how to fix a lack of commitment. The first step is to find your why. Why do you want to achieve this goal? What is your motivation? When you have a strong enough reason why, you will find the commitment to see it through, no matter what. The second step is to create a plan of action. As the saying goes, a goal without a plan is just a wish. Break down your goal into smaller, manageable tasks, and create a timeline for each task. This will give you a sense of direction and help you stay committed to the process. The third step is to surround yourself with like-minded individuals. Jim Rohn once said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." So, if you want to be successful, surround yourself with successful people. Find a mentor, join a mastermind group, or simply spend time with people who share your goals and values. Their support and encouragement will keep you committed and motivated. And finally, my friends, the most critical step in fixing a lack of commitment is to take action. Commitment without action is meaningless. It is not enough to say you are committed to your goals. You must take action towards them every single day. Even if it's just a small step, it is still progress. And progress, no matter how small, will keep you motivated and committed. Now to number 3, which I take very seriously. Let me ask you this. How many of you have set goals for yourself and failed to achieve them? I'm sure many of you have, and the truth is, we have all been there at some point in our lives. We start off with great enthusiasm and determination, but as time goes by, we lose that drive, and our goals remain unfulfilled. But why does this happen? Why do we fail to achieve our goals? The answer is simple: lack of accountability. Accountability is the glue that holds our goals together. It is the driving force behind our actions and the key to our success. Without accountability, our goals are nothing but mere wishes. We can dream about them all we want, but unless we take responsibility for our actions, they will remain out of reach. Now you might be wondering, what exactly is accountability? Well, let me break it down for you. Accountability is the willingness to take ownership of our actions and their consequences. It is the ability to answer for our decisions, and the determination to see them through. It is the commitment to ourselves and our goals, and the courage to hold ourselves accountable when we fall short. So, why is accountability so crucial in achieving our goals? The answer is simple. It keeps us on track. When we are accountable, we are more likely to stick to our plans and work towards our goals. It gives us a sense of responsibility and pushes us to take action. It also helps us stay focused and motivated, even when faced with challenges and setbacks. On the other hand, when we lack accountability, we tend to make excuses and blame others for our failures. We procrastinate, get distracted, and lose sight of our goals. We become victims of our circumstances, and our dreams slowly fade away. But let me tell you, my friends, we are not victims. We are creators of our destiny, and it is up to us to take control of our lives and hold ourselves accountable for our actions. Now you might be thinking, how do I become more accountable? Well, the first step is to take ownership of your goals. You must have a clear understanding of what you want to achieve and why it is important to you. Once you have a strong sense of purpose, it becomes easier to hold yourself accountable. The second step is to set specific and measurable goals. Many of us make the mistake of setting vague goals like, I want to be successful, or, I want to be healthier. But what does success or health mean to you? How will you know when you have achieved it? Without clear and measurable goals, it is challenging to hold ourselves accountable. The third step is to create a plan of action. Your plan should include specific steps that you will take to achieve your goals. It should also have a timeline so you know when to complete each task. Having a plan not only keeps you organized, but also makes it easier to hold yourself accountable. The fourth step is to find an accountability partner. This could be a friend, family member, or a coach who will hold you accountable for your actions. Having someone to answer to can be a powerful motivator. It also helps to have someone who can provide support and guidance when you face challenges. The fifth and most crucial step is to take action. You can have the most well-defined goals and the best plan, but if you don't take action, nothing will change. So my friends, I urge you to take action towards your goals every single day. It doesn't have to be a big step. Even small actions can make a significant difference in the long run. Now I know that being accountable is not always easy. It requires discipline, determination, and a strong mindset. But let me tell you, the rewards are worth it. When you hold yourself accountable, you become the master of your destiny. You become unstoppable, and nothing can stand in the way of your success. Now, to the number 2 reason. One thing that I have noticed is that every successful person has one thing in common. They have a clear plan to achieve their goals. But unfortunately, not everyone is able to achieve their goals. Many of us struggle and wonder why we are not able to make our dreams a reality. Well, the answer is simple. We do not have a plan. Yes, my friends, not having a plan is one of the biggest reasons why you are not achieving your goals. You see, having a goal is not enough. It is just a wish, a desire, a dream. But a goal without a plan is just wishful thinking. It is like trying to build a house without a blueprint. You may have all the materials and the tools, but without a plan, you will end up with a chaotic mess. So the first step to achieving your goals is to have a plan. And I'm not talking about a vague, half-hearted plan. I am talking about a deep, detailed, well-thought-out plan that outlines every step you need to take to reach your goal. Now some of you may argue that you do have a plan. You have written down your goals and you know what you want to achieve. But let me ask you this. Do you have a timeline? Do you have a list of action steps? Do you have a daily, weekly, or monthly plan to work towards your goal? A timeline gives your goal a sense of urgency and helps you stay on track. It also allows you to break down your goal into smaller, achievable chunks. But having a timeline is not enough. You also need to have a list of action steps. These are the specific tasks that you need to do to reach your goal. For example, if your goal is to start a business, your action steps could be researching your target market, creating a business plan, and finding funding options. These action steps will guide you and keep you focused on what needs to be done. And finally, you need to have a daily, weekly, or monthly plan to work towards your goal. This is where most people fail. They have a goal, they have a timeline, and they have a list of action steps, but they do not have a plan to actually do the work. They rely on motivation and willpower to get things done, which, as we all know, is not a sustainable approach. Instead, you need to have a plan that outlines what you will do each day, each week, and each month to work towards your goal. This will not only keep you organized and on track, but it will also help you develop the discipline and consistency that is necessary for success. But having a plan is just the first step. The next step is to take action. You can have the most detailed and well thought out plan, but if you do not take action, it is all for nothing. As the saying goes, a goal without action is just a dream. And let me tell you, my friends, taking action is not easy. It requires hard work, dedication, and perseverance. It means stepping out of your comfort zone and facing your fears. It means sacrificing short-term pleasures for long-term success. But trust me when I say this, the rewards of taking action far outweigh the temporary discomfort. So, if you want to achieve your goals, you need to take action. And not just any action, but consistent and focused action. You need to show up every day and do the work, even when you don't feel like it. Because success is not about luck or talent. It is about consistent effort and determination. And lastly, my friends, I want to remind you that failure is a part of the journey. You may have a plan, you may take action, but you may still face setbacks and failures along the way. But do not let these failures discourage you. Instead, use them as learning opportunities and keep moving forward. As Thomas Edison said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Now, to the number one reason you all have been waiting for. We all have dreams and goals that we want to achieve, whether it's in our personal or professional lives. We set these goals with enthusiasm and determination, but somewhere along the way, we encounter roadblocks and setbacks that make us question our abilities. We start to doubt ourselves, and fear creeps in. Fear of failure, fear of not being good enough, fear of disappointing ourselves and others. But let me tell you this. Fear is not the enemy. It is a natural emotion that we all experience. It's how we handle that fear that makes all the difference. You see, fear can either paralyze us or propel us towards our goals. It's up to us to choose. So why are we so afraid of failure? The answer is simple. We have been conditioned to believe that failure is a bad thing. We are taught to avoid failure at all costs, and if we do fail, we are labeled as losers. But let me ask you this. How can we grow and learn without failing? Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of success. It is through our failures that we gain valuable lessons and experiences that shape us into the person we need to be to achieve our goals. Think about it. Some of the most successful people in history have failed numerous times before they achieved their goals. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking creativity and having no original ideas. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first job as a news anchor because she was deemed unfit for TV. These individuals could have let their fear of failure hold them back, but they didn't. They persevered and used their failures as stepping stones towards their success. But what about us? Why do we let our fear of failure stop us from achieving our goals? The answer is simple. We are afraid of what others will think of us. We are afraid of being judged and ridiculed. We are afraid of not meeting the expectations of our friends, family, and society. But let me tell you this. The opinions of others should not dictate our actions. We should not let the fear of what others will think hold us back from pursuing our dreams. You see, fear of failure is not just about failing. It's about the fear of the unknown. We are comfortable in our current state, and the thought of stepping out of our comfort zone and taking risks scares us. But let me tell you this. Growth and success do not happen in our comfort zones. We have to be willing to take risks, make mistakes, and fail in order to achieve our goals. So how do we overcome our fear of failure? The first step is to change our mindset. Instead of seeing failure as a negative thing, we should view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. We should embrace failure and use it as a tool to improve ourselves. The second step is to set realistic goals. Often we set ourselves up for failure by setting unrealistic goals. We have to be honest with ourselves and set achievable goals that we can work towards. This will not only boost our confidence but also help us overcome our fear of failure. The third step is to take action. Fear of failure often paralyzes us, and we end up not taking any action towards our goals. We have to break out of this cycle and take small steps towards our goals every day. Action is the antidote to fear. Lastly, we have to surround ourselves with positive and supportive people. The people we surround ourselves with have a significant impact on our mindset and actions. We should seek out individuals who uplift us, encourage us, and push us to be our best selves. These people will help us overcome our fear of failure and support us on our journey towards success. In closing, my friends, fear of failure is a natural emotion that we all experience. It's how we handle that fear that determines our success. We have to change our mindset, set realistic goals, take action, and surround ourselves with positive and supportive people to overcome our fear of failure. Remember, failure is not the opposite of success, it is a part of success. Embrace it, learn from it, and use it as a stepping stone towards your goals. In the next part of our journey, we will dive deeper into personal development and how it can help us overcome our fears and achieve our goals. Thank you.